Welcome to the Netherlands, where UK Ball is on pole from the Red Devil. The home driver has his teammate alongside in third, and you are pumped. Then it's Remy LeBeau, Revo, and Enoch, your top six. Apple Catfish starts 7th from Daph Sanchez and Salas Kynes. Then it's Nicholas Palomino in 10th from Sebastian Ocampo and Zygmunt. Outside of our top 12, we've got Oinkro Ezra starting 13th from Daniel Baltasar and Linus Eriksson. His teammate Marcus Nelson starts 16th from First Theo and Fabulous Jr. Then it's Charles Hernandez, Casper LeBeau, and back row of your boy and David 12. After 3 hectic races, UK Ball finds himself not just in the championship hunt, but on pole for race 4. Can he win? All 5 lights go on, and we are underway here in Amsterdam, and it's a great start from the home driver in the Red Devil, losing out in the second phase of the start, so we'll have to just try and defend from his teammates, and Remy LeBeau right behind as they come through turn number 3. He's trying to find a way around the outside as Oinkro Ezra getting a 5-second time penalty further back. They head down the hill, and it's all a very clean start here in the Netherlands. Here comes the Red Devil on board with the Jaguar Martini driver, trying to find his way past the Power Motorsport man in front of him. Meanwhile, Enoch Q moving up into 3rd place as Palomino gets a track limits warning. The Red Devil trying to go around the outside. He had the lead for a second there, but he can't hold on to it. UK Ball is doing his best and has done his best to defend his race lead. As they come through the chicane, we've got cautions flying, and that is for the other Power Motorsports car. Apple Catfish with front wing damage. He's been off into the wall, bringing out yellow flags. And Enoch Q's moved up from 6th on the grid to 2nd on lap 2. UK Ball has just about managed to hold on to the race lead. Got to swap the position down at North Hyperdrive as well. Sanchez is now in front of Revo, who's the opposite of that on the grid. The 2 Hyperdrives running in 6th and 7th. And now UK Ball with the fastest lap, fastest first sector. He also has the fastest lap by virtue of being first right now, and we're on lap 2. Attack mode is online as we go on board with Enoch Q. Casper LeBeau with the fastest opening sector down in 17th place. He's following his teammate quite well. Attack mode online and in activation for the Team Edam's driver. It's not close enough to make any sort of passes. We've got yellows flying. That's the Red Devil who spun it round. Look at the front wing damage for the 99. He drops down to 8th place. So we're back under the green flags. Casper LeBeau has dropped down to 18th for the man who won in St. Petersburg in the Champ Car World Series. You are Puff with the fastest lap of the race in 3rd place. That's a great job so far from the Jaguar man to be holding on to a top 3 position. His teammate, of course, now down pit lane after his incident down the chicane. He's trying to chase after 2nd place, but Enoch Q seemingly finding some pace in that Team Edam's Renault car. Maybe this might just be the track that he's very good at. Hasn't had the best of races so far, best run of races rather, so far in Formula E. Did everything possible to try and get a drive in Formula E. Initially, it seemed as if a drive at Power Motorsport was going to work out, but UK Ball has hit the wall in that Power Motorsport car. Missed a shunt there, and Sanchez hits him. That 89 trying to get back on track, and ooh! 2 cars is meeting his wrath. Look at that, Baltasar many cars off the track. And my oh my, that's just an absolute shambles. The Red Devil's making his way down through the chicane. Caution comes out. UK Ball is out of this race. And a full course yellow emerges. Enoch Q, now your race leader. And the full course caution's about to end. Into the pits for Oinkro Ezra. Involved in that shunt seems to be Oinkro Ezra, Bavinus Jr., potentially Charles Hernandez. We know Baltasar has spun around. Cautions came out quite late there. But Enoch Q, now your race leader, with your path right behind them. 1.1 seconds margin, so the Jaguar driver does not have attack mode to use. Coming through the chicane. They all keep it quite clean. Daph Sanchez, 3 seconds in front of his teammate. All these drivers hopping over the curbs as we go on board with Revo. See how he takes that chicane. It's always close to the wall as we see Ericsson. He's got damage as well, so he was the Andretti who was involved. As off into the wall, there's Theo hitting the barriers. Ay, ay, ay. Charles Hernandez with the fastest second sector of anybody, making his way through the chicane now. Remy LeBeau, now your race leader as your path re-emerges behind Enoch Q. We are watching the number 25 of Enoch Q. Now third with fresh soft compound rubber, ready to chase back after the leaders. Is that David 12 off into the wall? No, it's Daniel Bogdasarov once again. 12's just punched in the fastest third sector of anybody, a 17.3. But Remy LeBeau, now your race leader in that 26 car. Started in fourth. Sims certainly trying something different with the strategy. 24% tire wear, so they can't really leave him out for another lap. 11% for Revo in that Nord Hyperdrive car, so he can't be left out for another lap either. Third and final track limits warning for Enoch Q, who finds himself in position to win a race. Something he hasn't done in quite some time in the ERL, as we've got cautions in sector 3. That is Babinich Jr. flying off the track. Casper LeBeau being given a time penalty, contact with Daph Sanchez. We go green again as Remy LeBeau and Revo both come down pit lane. Hard's going on for the Hyperdrive. Soft's going on for the Red Bull Sims. Enoch Q, your race leader. And Sebastian Ocampo trying to find some good results with Next EV TCR. I believe he's yet to score so far this season. We've got a lot of shots so far in the ERL in terms of drivers who are yet to score. We've got both Forsyths and Chabcar who are yet to score, and then you've got the Season 19 and Season 14 champion in Sebastian Ocampo, who hasn't scored so far. Enoch Q leads this race, rounding through the chicane. He's got Ewa Path right behind him. I would not be surprised if Enoch Q manages to win, as Remy LeBeau going 2x2 with Sebastian Ocampo winding up into the final corner, but that's going to wait as Nicholas Palomino is out of this race. Caution comes out. Ocampo takes the opportunity to come into the pits. That could be a brilliant strategy call from Next EV TCR if the race leaders come into the pits on the following lap. Hard's going on for the grey and green driver in Sebastian Ocampo. The Red Devil follows him in. That's your second caution of this race. It's full course yellows about to end. We go back under the green flag, so the Red Devil only having half of his stop happening under these caution flags. Revo comes in again to come off of those hards. That wasn't smart. That was not smart from Hyperdrive to bring in the man who leads the points by only 12, by the way. So Remy LeBeau scoring a top 4 finish. That would see him take the top step of the points. And each time we see drivers flow through that chicane, I get a little bit worried. I get a little bit anxious because I know it could go wrong. And we've seen it go wrong in the FG series when they raced here. And now with 10 laps to go, Marcus Nelson is in the wall. Went a little bit airborne there, facing the barriers, but got it back on track, thankfully. So we're back under the green flags. Here in the Netherlands, close to the wall for 12 as well. That's just the racing line at this point, I feel. Catfish in 17th, trying to defend from both Babinich Jr. and Revo. Revo trying to make the pass on his former teammate's son. He can't get the pass done. Enoch Q still leads. He's got his teammate behind him in Daniel Bogdasarov. We go on board with the number 97. He's watching his teammate just trying to blast off and win this race. Almost contact between the two of them. This could be a brilliant photo to go along with a race win, don't you think? And that's only going to happen if they win this race. And with now half the race to go, who knows what's going to happen. Enoch Q has come down into the pits with Ewa Puffers into the wall for Salos Collington, the 55 car. Mercedes EQ They were running quite good earlier in this race as Sigmund comes onto the scene of the accident. I think that second stop for Revo has actually taken him out of points contention. Not just race winning, points. There was no need for him to come in again. He goes around the outside of Arthur Catfish. But that second stop was the equivalent of having a wreck. This is going to be a problem if there's no full course yellow. Fastest third sector going to Marcus Nelson, who runs in 15th place. We watch his teammate defend from Verse Theo. This is the fight for 8th with Linus Eriksson and Verse Theo looking back with a 28 in that Jim Beam Andretti Autosport car. Moves up into 7th place. Meanwhile, we've got yellows in sector 3. That's an RQ! Front wing damage as he's just come out of pit lane. He was dueling with Sebastian Ocampo over 2nd place. Remy LeBeau comes in, straps on some medium tyres. Probably would have hoped to have seen a set of cautions coming out. And this is what I mean when I say coming in after you've just come in already is like having a bit of a wreck down at the chicane, because you lose so much time. If you look back with your boy, as many drivers behind him and in front of him come into the pits, this could be a great race for Next TV TCR, who now lead this race from Puff and Remy LeBeau. The Red Devil can actually still be on for a very good points day, running up in 4th. Strategy is going to be quite possibly the word of the race. And with 8 laps to go, got some darkening clouds here in the Netherlands. We've had a rain-affected race already. I would not be surprised if we saw another. You can see the floodlights already out. We've already had floodlights around the track for quite some time, with a late race start. Lap 11 of 18, and off into the wall for Charles Hernandez. The 52 for Dragon Racing off into the barriers with front wing damage. Arthur Catfish and Inoki come up to the scene of the incident. The green flags fly once more. I've been saying that quite a bit without saying full course caution. And we've got another incident. Who is that? It's Oinkro Ezra. It's the other Dragon car, Babinis Jr. flying into the side of him. Okay, we go green again. Babinis Jr. getting a 5-second time penalty and front wing damage, just drove into the side as Ocampo's had an off himself. Sebastian Ocampo off the track, and Remy LeBeau's gone into the side of him. Second in points, Remy LeBeau now faces backwards with a 5-second time penalty. Green flags flying again as he gets passed by his first teammate, the Red Devil. And it's game on for Jaguar today. Game on with 6 laps to go. Puff now leads this race. Ocampo dives into the pits. We might see Remy LeBeau follow him in. We do see Remy LeBeau follow him in. As cautions come out again, Salos Kynes into the wall. As Revo drives past him, Kynes drops down to 15th. 15th. There's a point in time where Dao Baltasar was a lap down. But now that margin is opened up once more, so he is still on the lead lap, and so is everyone in front of Oinkro Ezra. Oinkro now a lap down in that Dragon Racing car. Puff, your race leader in that number 9. It's a 1-2 for Jaguar Martini, but for the Red Devil, this is his home race. He'd prefer for it to be the other way round. He'd want to be in front of his teammate, but he's the one who's going to have to come into the pits. With 6 laps to go, another set of hard tyres at this stage can get you to the end. Any other compound, and you're going to run into some trouble. The Red Devil does not dive down into the pits. Puff already took that opportunity and has gone on to the mediums. We got yellows flying. That is Daph Sanchez, is it? No, it's David 12. The front wing damage in that Rocket Venturi car. Track goes green once more. Gonna need a different race for that too, as an Inoki comes in for his 4th and probably final stop. For a lot of these drivers, it'll likely be their last stop. And Campo in third. This is such a weird race to try and commentate over. Theo has moved up into fourth. And more yellows. That's Oinkro Ezra, isn't it? Yeah. Oinkro Ezra has gone off the track once more. And has got more front wing damage. We look back with that Dragon Racing car. The Red Devil makes his way through the chicane. He's hoping for rain or a full course caution as he comes down into the pits. But as Ocampo makes his way through the chicane, well, we're not going to get that. In comes race leader, the Red Devil. His teammate moves up into the race lead on lap 14 of 18. It's been almost every lap where we've seen yellow flags fly down here. And your boy makes it consistent. Front wing damage for the number 27. The 27 that has taken a championship before in Formula E. Not by your boy, of course, by Remy LeBeau, but he's changed to the 26 since, I believe, last season. Maybe this season, I forget. Your boy comes down into the pits. Babinis Jr. comes in. He's got front wing damage, as already stated. Bogdasarov comes in. And Puff in that number 9 car. He leads. Comes through the chicane. He hits the wall! Ooh! That was a hard hit into the outside barrier. Sebastian Ocampo follows him into the wall as well, just about avoids him. As we go green once more, the top two in this race are both going to come into the pits for sure at the end of this lap. Daf Sanchez probably going to come in as well, as Revo trying to defend from his former teammate Marcus Nelson. He can't defend for too much longer. There goes Marcus up into 6th place. And into the pits for Puff and Sebastian Ocampo. So that puts the Red Devil up into the race lead. Daf Sanchez comes in. These are for 4th and 3rd stops. That's mental. No, UK Ball actually came up to assist into the wall for both Linus Eriksson and your boy. I was about to mention UK Ball's opinions on having 3-stop races not being too favourable. Babinis Jr. coming out of that chicane now. Boy trying to straighten up that next DB TCR car. And he's got it back on track, so that's great news for him. Oinkro Ezra following in the tracks of the greatest Dutch driver in the ERL, the Red Devil. He's one of those drivers who somehow doesn't have a championship yet, maybe just because he hasn't been able to string together a season. And he's been driving alongside the best. Marcus Nelson hits the wall. Has to let his former teammate go by. Casper LeBeau catches him as we're on to lap 16 of 18. We're going to get into that territory of tyres being a talking point once again. Can Revo do 6 laps on a set of mediums? He can't, so he comes in to get off of them. Can you do 4 laps on the same set of soft tyres? Possibly. Catfish is coming to the pits as well, as Amlin Aguirre are on track for a very good finish. Currently running 3rd and 4th with Casper LeBeau and Theo. Can Theo hold on to that 4th place with Puff breathing down his neck? I don't think he can. They're going to go side by side, coming through the second sector. I was about to say the final sector, but no. Puff moving up into 4th place there. We go on board with the 9. Can he hold on to this run of form? He's going to get attack mode. Casper LeBeau using all of the attack charge he has, heading down into the chicane. And he just about makes it through, is into the wall. Spinning round is the 9 of Puff. We're on to the penultimate lap of this race. The Red Devil, the Dutch driver himself, leads as we've got more yellows flying down there. That's Charles Hernandez. Let's Marcus Nelson as well go through. We go green once more. It's only 2 more laps for the Red Devil to come home from his home track here in Amsterdam as a race winner. And for the LeBeau family, father and son currently running 2nd and 3rd. But Casper's going to try and have to hold off his own teammate, Theo, who hasn't been on the podium in quite some time, as Eriksson sets a new fastest lap of this race. Casper LeBeau coming off a victory in the Champ Car World Series. He's using attack charge as we begin the final lap of this race. There's Theo stays right behind him as into the wall goes Sebastian Campo. Unbelievable, what a final lap. Remy LeBeau following the Red Devil. He's 13 seconds off the back. More cautions, that's Marcus Nelson off into the wall. Avoided by Kynes and Catfish, hit by Bogdasarov. Oh! Flipped like a battering ram. Cautions come out on the final lap. The Red Devil's done it. At 20% tire wear, he's done it. Remy LeBeau's at 6%. He's got a 10-second margin to his own son. Amlin Aguirre could go for a 2-3 right now. They could have that. Cautions are about to end. We go green again. And for the Red Devil, it's been a rare, beautiful race for the Jaguar driver. He comes through the final corners in front of the home fans. He's done it. The Red Devil is a 4th new race winner in season 27 as Remy LeBeau suffers a full car puncture on the last lap. Can he make it to the end before his son and his son's teammate come up to meet him? He won't as they come through the final corner. Yellow's in sector 3, that slows down the field. And that's Daf Sanchez who's starting off. 12's hit him. Still Yellow's flying, so no overtaking until they go green. We go green again. Casper versus his own dad to the line. Formation finish. It's Casper LeBeau with a new career best finish of 2nd in front of his dad. Still a great finish that should see Casper LeBeau credited with a very good 2nd place for 1 as Catfish takes a new fastest lap. That should see Remy LeBeau as your new points leader, as a full car puncture for Salas Kynes as well. Remy almost held on to that. Almost. You know, with that finish, you might expect Casper LeBeau to be a challenger for not just wins, but the championship this season. Which is weird because, well, he's already got a win in Champ Car. He's got multiple wins in the Ace Championship. He's on course to become the first man to win a race in all 3 categories. His dad was the first man to win a race in Champ Car and Formula E. Here is your podium. The Red Devil taking victory from Casper LeBeau and Remy LeBeau. It's only red, white and blue that you'll see on this podium in stripes. Great stuff for Jaguar Martini, Amlin Aguirre and Red Bull Sims Racing. As for the rest of your finishes, Verse Theo was 4th from Sigmund and Ocampo. Then it's your Puff, Revo, Enoch Hugh and Daf Sanchez, the top 10 outside of it. Artful Catfish was 11th from David 12 in 12th. Makes sense. Then it's Babinus Jr., Charles Hernandez, Linus Eriksson, Daniel Bogdasarov, Salas Kynes, Oinkro Ezra, and your boy being non-finishers were Nelson, Palomino, and U-Cable. Revo still leads your points standings by 1 point from Remy LeBeau. Best of the rest is Casper LeBeau, who's 2 points in front of U-Cable. The Red Devil is 5th from Ewa Puff and Nico Palomino. Then it's David 12, Artful Catfish, Babinus Jr., and Charles Hernandez. Verse Theo is 12th from Sigmund and Oinkro Ezra. Then it's Sebastian Ocampo, Daf Sanchez, Linus Eriksson, Salas Kynes and Okyu, and your boy with Marcus Nelson and Daniel Bogdasarov yet to score. In the teams standings heading into the Rome ePrix, Red Bull Sims Racing lead the way from Nord Hyperdrive and Jaguar Martini. Then it's Power Motorsport tied on points with Jaguar Martini. In fact, Amlin Aguirre, Rocket Venturi, Dragon Racing, Mercedes EQ, Next EV TCR, and Ready Autosport, and Team Edam's Renault. Well, it's been a while since I've shown this graphic, hasn't it? We've got unique race winners in all of the first 4 races so far of this 16-race calendar. It's going to take us around the world. It's been an absolute whirlwind of a race so far today, and that means we will see you guys next time then when the Electric Racing League returns.